Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And we are joined by the amazing actress Juicy X. And how are you doing, Juicy?
I'm good, Del. It's great to see you again.
It's
Thank you for having me back.
Oh, thank you. It's an honor to have you on here. You've been so busy. I've seen you doing loads of interviews. Are you going to
Yeah.
do any more after this one, or?
Um, oh gosh, good question. I think you might be my last one, or there might be one more.
Oh,
I have to
okay.
be honest, I'm not entirely certain because I've done so many.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
I've watched them all and they've been incredible. Yeah, absolutely. So Juicy X, obviously, if you don't know, she is one of the main antagonist characters, not a protagonist character. Yeah, basically, this is another and the last film from Guerrilla Metropolitana, and that's The Benefactress, an exposure of cinematic freedom. And here we have the benefactress in front of us right now. Now, I just want to make one thing completely clear to everybody that is watching this. Everything that happens in the video is in the film is consensual between adults. So there's to be no backlash on Juicy for anything that's happened in the film. Apparently, the storyboard or the whole thing was thrown out the window, and
Pretty much.
pretty much he improvised basically from there onwards. Um, so this is going to be apparently his last film. I believe it. Other people don't. I
Yeah.
do believe he's leaving, which is going to be sad, but yeah, I just wanted everybody to know that, yeah, this is consensual. There was absolutely no rape scenes. It was not real. However, there was some real things in there happening. So we will get
Oh,
into that a little bit later.
100%.
Yep,
100%. But I will follow
100%.
up with what you're saying. First of all, this is a movie.
Yes.
It's not real life, people. If that's the sort of film you're after, go elsewhere. This is a film like any other
Right.
story.
Yeah.
So it's fiction. You
Yeah.
have to remember that. We are actors. But I don't want to spoil the drama of what we brought to the screen.
That's correct.
So it's my choice. It was my choice, our choice, me and Mystery Woman, to take part in that and to do what we did.
Yeah.
So it is 100% discussed and consensual. So that is the end of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And there was a support coordinator on hand for the actresses
Yeah,
24/7. This person did
yeah,
not leave. There were some instances where she wasn't involved, but that was part of what happened in the film.
part of the process. Yeah.
Yeah, part of the process. So the interesting thing is that you did corporate torment. It burns like hell. Did you think that was it? That was going to be it?
Yeah.
No more
Well,
filming with him?
I say yes. We discussed me being part of the benefactress
Yeah.
after we'd done it. As far as I was aware, corporate torment was going to be just a one and off for me. And then he asked me if I'd like to be part of the benefactress, but it wasn't decided what part I would take. And my role was going to be far smaller. But then things happened and he ended up offering me the main role.
Wow.
And because of that, the story changed
Yeah.
for him. But then once we got to the filming location last year when we filmed it, we'd done about half a day and literally he just threw the book out the window and was like, this isn't, we're not going to do what I planned. Some of it was kept, some of it was, a lot of it was changed, but majority of it was pretty much on the fly.
Wow. He's amazing like that, isn't he? He's just
It,
got a clear vision, doesn't he? And runs with it. Mm.
I think that's the thing. He doesn't have a clear vision sometimes.
Yeah.
I think he has a clear vision of how he wants something represented,
Yeah.
but then that vision can very easily change. But once he's got it, he knows what he wants.
Yes. Yes.
Um, that can be either incredibly frustrating
Mm,
as an actor, or you can just run with it. Now, fortunately, and that's probably kind of why he chose us, because he'd worked with me before, he'd worked with Mystery Woman before. So perhaps he recognized that we were willing to just be going with the flow
yeah,
and putting up with his bullshit.
yeah. I bet.
Um, so yeah, that's probably part of why it worked. If you were an actress who sort of needed solid direction, not only
Yeah.
direction is solid, but needed to know exactly what you were doing and why are you saying this and what is the purpose behind this scene. Like, no, there was no purpose behind it. We were just doing what he told us.
Yeah, well, you come from a traditional acting background, which I know
Yeah,
we've discussed before, is
yeah.
like, I mean, this must have been, especially the benefactress, must have just been mind blowing for you to act in, because, like, you're not used to directors who are so, oh, I don't know. I know you had some funny moments as well on the film, on the set, when he was walking around in the nutty and you told him to put some bloody boxer shorts on or something. That's not traditional filmmaking.
No,
Obviously, you wouldn't have James Wan running around in the nutty, but that is part
I can
of.
hardly see Steven Spielberg walking around on set with his
No,
pants
no,
down.
not at all. Not unless it was a
And
parody or
also,
something.
also, Guerrilla would hate being compared to Spielberg as well.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah. No, he's nothing like Steven
No.
Spielberg. No, not at all. But your acting at the beginning of this was really phenomenal. When you did your monologue, that was just wow, mind blowing.
That was a really interesting film to see, and it's one of the few that we did an extra take on
Really?
because I did it, and then Gorilla said, "No, I need something different," and we went through it again and we filmed it again, and that's the second take
Two
because
takes.
that's one of the scenes that he did give really quite specific direction on.
Yeah. Well, it sets the
So
story up, doesn't it? It
yeah,
really does.
so
Yeah.
yeah, that was one of the few we did in pretty much everything else. Maybe one other, I think,
Mm,
scene possibly was everything else was one take.
that's phenomenal. I mean, you rented out a house over the weekend,
Yeah.
so you only had like a 3 day time frame or something like that. Guerrilla filmmaking at its best. Just go and hire a room and don't tell them what you're doing.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
no, that would have caused some
Keeping the curtains
problems.
shut, no nosy neighbours.
Yeah, exactly. What an experience. I mean, this must have been just mind blowing for you. I mean,
It
come
it
on.
was it was odd, but it was fun.
Yeah,
Honestly, we did have a laugh, we did relax, we did have some downtime. It was bloody hard work,
yeah,
because that's what Gorilla wants, because
yeah,
he wants to get things done, but also because of the pace he works at, it was
yes,
quite um motivating.
yeah,
So we didn't, I wasn't hanging. When you go on some film sets and sort of you're sitting there for 3 hours while they change a light bulb.
yeah.
And
You
so there
didn't
was
have to.
none of that.
That's
Yeah,
good.
which is quite refreshing for me.
Yeah. And you also felt safe in that environment too, because you've worked
Yeah,
with Gorilla before and Daniela
yeah,
obviously is the safety
yeah.
coordinator. So that's
I'd
that's really
spent
good.
time with Mystery Woman beforehand and we got to know each other a bit. So yeah, we were all comfortable in our own
Oh, the
space.
chemistry between you two, it's just unbelievable. I mean, I know people have spoken to you about this before and all the acts you had to do and all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's acting. You did a phenomenal job. The film's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. And I mean, I've seen some really brutal scenes in films. This is it's one out of the box. I have not seen a film like this before.
Yeah.
Um, but the good thing I saw was that you guys were having fun as well. Like I'm not going to go into any details, but I did get some snippets of like of Gorilla accidentally dropping Mystery Woman on the stairs and all that sort of stuff, and you guys cracking up. And I mean, that was just, I don't know. It's like it's so polarizing, this film,
Yeah.
because but it's very character driven. Um, it's got a plot, it's got a really good storyline. But there's some really seedy stuff that happens in there. I found it quite hard to watch my friend walking around um like that. So I don't
Can
know how.
imagine.
Yeah, yeah. So I didn't know how to feel about it, but
Yeah.
it was just at the end of the day, mind blowing. It makes you think days later.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the reviews speak for themselves. People
Yes.
either love it or hate it. It's unless you say it's really polarizing.
Yeah.
The reviews are either great, 10 out of 10, 5 stars, loved it, it was so creepy, etc. Others are like, this is disgusting,
Yeah.
you should be banned, etc.
Yeah.
So, and if for Gorilla, that's like job done.
Yeah. Exactly.
What
banned
he
in
wanted. It's
banned in
what he
all the
wanted.
countries. That's the one.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
and
Yeah.
it's not banned. It's
No.
who is it? Blood Pact Films are the
Yeah.
distributors of this, which is fantastic. They took it on board. Meredith Brown, I think, helped with that. So I've seen there've been really, really good reviews. I've seen Gorilla do some interviews. I've seen you do some interviews. Mystery Woman's just finished her interview with Travis Bruce.
Yeah.
Um, so I was going to ask, okay, so because this is not a natural role for you, how did it feel knowing that upstairs actual sex was happening? Um, I don't know what how I'd feel about that, but
Mm.
how did you feel at the time? Was it just oh well, that's just part of the film, or was it just like, oh, this is a bit weird?
I've never thought about that actually.
I didn't think so.
Which,
I thought
yeah,
I'd ask.
which I guess means that I just took it as part of what was going on set.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I never thought about it that way, but yeah, it was just, oh, okay, that's the next scene they're filming. So
Excellent. Yeah,
I
just
guess it
a
didn't really bother me.
natural progression of the
It's
film.
it's this is kind of weird because if you heard one of your best friends having sex with his partner in the next room, you'd be like, oh my God, this is so creepy. I'm creeped out with my earplugs. But this didn't count
No, because it's a film.
because it's just a
Hey,
film set.
yeah. But then,
So
but
yeah,
then, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I like that. I like the way you put that. Actually, that's yeah, yeah. But yeah, yeah. Of course, you're going to put your headphones on if your roommate's having sex with somebody else. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. But like we said before, there's a safety coordinator on set 24/7. So stop your shit, people. Um, so basically, you've been doing loads of interviews. How have you handled the publicity?
do you know what? It's been great fun.
Excellent.
Everyone has been so lovely.
Great.
It's been great to finally talk about it. Close to a year since yeah, because
Yes.
we filmed this in December 24.
Mm,
So it's, a long time since it was all put together.
yes.
But I am so pleased that it's been received as well as it has. And I've really enjoyed talking to a bunch of different people from different genres in the horror
Yep.
world.
Yep.
So it's been great.
Yes, and they've been very, very, very lovely to you, which is like I'm
Yeah.
so glad about that because they've all been males that I think have interviewed you so far. So I thought, well,
Oh, you've
oh,
reminded me. I
yep.
do have one other interview coming up. Yes, I do have one other interview coming up, and that is with some ladies.
Oh, excellent. Yes, because I think this is getting quite well received reviews from females. I think it's because, well, what do you think it is? Like, why do you think women are mostly gravitating to this and say men?
Perhaps because they recognize that women can be evil too.
Yes.
And men might be like, oh my goodness, this is shocking, women behaving so appallingly to each other, a woman abusing a woman, etc. And that does happen. And I guess we're so used to hearing about violence of men against women, that seeing another woman assault another woman is actually quite
Yes.
jarring for them. So maybe it's because women recognize that women can be fucking evil sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. A woman scorned.
um, yeah, yeah. It's women can be very unpleasant.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and in my real job, I have to associate with some people who aren't very nice.
Yeah.
And in actual fact, some of the people I work with are like, give me 10 men to deal with
Yeah.
over one female, because the women are the ones that give them the most grief,
Yes.
are the hardest to produce most of the workload. So yeah, and I
Interesting.
think that is because women do have that capacity. They absolutely have that capacity to be that evil.
Yes. Yes. And we've seen with Electra McBride's character how atrocious she is from her
Yeah.
point of view of financing the film and all that sort of
Mm.
stuff. And the fact that her husband is a televangelist, pastor. That's a real profound kind of thing that's going on there with the woman assaulting women. You're right. It's not usually portrayed, I guess, in media so much. It's so I
I
think
mean, in your
that's
mainstream horror movies, it's
oh
always a male axe killer, murderer,
yes.
whatever, um, killing the women. Yeah, they kill guys as
Yeah.
well. But like name any of the mainstream Freddy,
Nightmare on
Leatherface,
Elm Street. Yep.
Nightmare on
Yep.
Elm Street, all of those, they're male
Yes.
murderers.
Yeah. That's why this film is so important, I think, is that the thing is that Gorilla's not showing, he's not showing, so he is showing the brutality of what women can do towards each other, but also the inferiority of the man. So to be in such a position to have control over these women or wanting to have complete control over these women is showing us really how inferior the male is when it comes to the brutality of how actually women can be towards each other is a lot worse than what say Gorilla's doing on set. I think that's the point, don't you think? Like,
Yeah, yeah, I'd
yeah,
agree.
yeah, because I mean you've got Yo, of course, and then Mystery Woman, Electra McBride, and then you've got a the cleaner also who plays a minor role, but actually at the end of the day, actually is just as worse as you guys.
Yeah, because she's just sort of ignoring what's going on around her.
Absolutely. Like it's nothing. Like
Yeah,
there's nothing happening. I mean, her going
like
around
she
picking
sees it
up
every day.
dildos and stuff and chucking them in the bin. It's like
Yeah,
that was actually a really cool scene. Yeah. There's some really very big issues and that going on in this. Is there are many, many layers. And it's an hour and 7 minutes long, which is nothing, but it felt like an hour and 40-minute film. It was just so full, you know.
I think it really is because there's so much to see. When I saw the final cut,
Yeah,
because obviously I only was part of the filming,
yeah.
so I didn't know what Guerrilla was going to do with it. And to see the final cut was a shock even to me at what he'd
Wow.
done with it. It was because once you saw the effects and the music and the editing was
Oh,
just sublime because it's so fast cut
yeah.
that you almost can't keep up, which is why it seems longer than the
Longer.
average is
Mm.
to me. So yeah, I totally agree. It's there's you really, if you can tolerate it, does need watching twice because you are going to blink and you'll miss stuff.
Oh God, yeah, 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 yeah. And that's
The
part of
sound
his.
bites and the flashes on screen and
Yep.
everything.
The
Yeah,
subliminal messages that are
yeah,
popping up, and I
yeah,
tried so many times to try and
yeah.
it didn't work. I don't know how many times I tried. I got maybe a couple of sentences, but that's what he does. subliminal messaging,
Yeah.
all those sorts of symbolic stuff going on. I think that's fantastic. We
Yeah.
see I think this is his masterpiece. You've seen Darius, obviously. I think I asked you that last time. And then Corporate Torment, of course, with you in it, and as Hilary Rice, and now you're appearing as Juicy X.
Hmm.
And I just really, I just so the fact that he threw the whole thing out to do it, to improvise. I mean, for me, looking at that, I wouldn't have known that, right? It just looks like it's just being scripted
Mm.
fantastically, and
Yeah.
then it's just you being from a traditional background of acting. It's just, for me, it's like, how do you twist, how do you stop that and go, right, Gorilla, I'm in your hands now, you're an independent
Hmm.
filmmaker, it's like, how do you change that?
That's a good question. Um, I don't know, to be honest. I think it's because I trusted him,
Yeah,
so I was able to let go of well, I need some direction here, etc. So when he said, he might say, right, we're going to do this bit, and you're going to touch her there, turn her around, and then touch her there, and then that's that.
yeah,
And I would be like, okay, let's just get on with it then, because that was the only way to deal with it.
yeah,
Um, and so for me, that sort of fast moving direction did actually work.
yeah,
So I think that it was just because I'd worked with him before and I knew his methodology.
yeah.
Um, Perhaps I was able to be more comfortable with that.
Yes, and especially with the intimate scenes, uh, so with the so am I trying to word this? Um, so yeah, I guess what you had to do was push through and do it anyway, regardless. I think,
Yes.
yeah, I think the fact that you let go of all that, without compromising any of yourself or your morals or whatever, because you accepted this position, and you ran with it, and it turned out to be absolutely an astonishing movie. um,
I knew
but
what I signed up for. It was
yeah,
discussed
yeah,
several, it was discussed for months. I knew
yeah,
what I signed up for. We
and
had multiple online meetings
of
to
course,
talk about this beforehand. Yeah.
of
Long
course,
before we reached filming.
yeah, yeah. And I guess the thing is that with Gorilla, he doesn't have all these other people around, like, boom operators and camera people. He's actually doing it all by himself. So I
Literally
suppose,
everything. So yeah, so
yeah,
this is a good point actually, is that we don't have makeup artists, lighting technicians, and
no,
microphones and all the rest of it that you have on your standard movie set. So yeah,
yeah,
he's literally doing everything.
I know, which is phenomenal. I mean, everything. He's,
Mm.
even having Electra McBride on there, via video link. I
Yeah,
mean, even that
yeah.
would have
That
been
had to
a
be that
hassle.
had to be planned and timed. And
Exactly.
then afterwards with the editing, he spent the last 6 months editing it,
Mm,
with the assistance of his editor.
yep.
So it wasn't an ended job for him. It continued for quite some time
Yes.
after we finished filming. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's really,
absolutely.
really has been a labor of love for him.
Yeah, yeah. And I just honestly, you and Mystery Woman were just, it was mind blowing watching you guys. But like, I have to ask, did him, okay, him ejaculating on you during the scenes, I didn't think it was real, because I thought there's no way, but it is real. It did happen. Um, So is this why you go under an alias, because of the stuff that's Gorilla's filmmaking?
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, okay. So a lot of people in his films do use aliases, and that's
Yeah.
fine. That's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Loads of people do it.
That's the
So,
name he chose for me from the start, and we stuck with it.
and it suits you. You are juicy. You are juicy. Let's be honest. um, so okay. The other thing I was going to just say, so
Actually, going back to what you were asking, yeah, that bit, like
yeah,
you're saying, did you find such and such a bit weird? That bit I did find weird because I've known this man a long time. So
yes.
yeah, that was quite.
Was there talk about that happening, or I just did it?
Oh no, that was discussed.
That
Yeah.
was discussed. Oh my goodness. Isn't he shocking? But anyway, the scene up in the bathroom now, that was just diabolical, but amazing to watch, really. I mean, when you look back, because you wouldn't have seen any of that happening, right? Because you
No,
would have no.
no, that was like he went off and did that bit himself.
Yeah. So when you saw that actually
Yeah,
in the
in
film,
the edit. Yeah.
what did you think? Like,
Yes, that was. It is quite shocking to see that with the needles and everything. Yeah,
yeah.
that's yes.
Oh
Um,
God.
yeah, it was
Yep.
weird.
Weird. I bet. Yeah, absolutely. But like we said, at the end of the day, this is just a film, guys. It did not really happen,
Um,
so, it's not nobody. Yeah. Anyway, but like you said, we don't want to take away the drama of the film because, yeah, and the fact it's on Fearsome TV, I think it's called,
yes, it's streaming on Fearsome as well,
which is amazing.
which is
So
fantastic.
yeah, because people get to watch it for free, which is
And there are hard copies,
yeah,
DVDs available in some stores, I
yeah,
believe.
yeah, there are.
And
So
of course, we have his book to look forward to.
yes, yes. So getting that done, and you're in there definitely. How is this experience like? Has it changed your life? Has it been a life-changing experience?
In a way, yes, because I can't discuss it in my real life.
Yeah,
I can't tell my work colleagues at my 9 to 5 job. I can't tell my parents.
no,
I've mentioned that I did this movie that's only being released in the States, but it's doing well, and they're like,
that's
"That's nice
it.
to know."
Right.
But then because I've done quite a lot of films, a lot of which I haven't seen, not because they're like this one, but because it just doesn't
You
it's not
don't.
necessarily my part was quite small, so it wasn't even worth them watching it.
Right.
Or I mean, they're not big film goers anyway, and they don't even have a DVD player, so
Right.
none of this, and then they're not really techie, so they would, sending them a link to watch on Netflix, which wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So in a way, that's a bonus because I've discussed many films with them before that I've done that they haven't seen or haven't been interested in seeing, not because
Oh,
they don't
great.
care, not because they don't care, but because it's just not in their
Yeah.
wheelhouse.
Yeah. That makes
So
sense.
that it's not difficult for me to fluff this and say, oh yes, I made this movie and it's only in America, so you won't see it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's important because you don't want something to ruin your life as well, and not that this would, but Um
No, but it would reflect on me because
yes.
people, as you say, take a lot of things seriously,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
people, let's say, I don't know, there's this, for example, a soap opera character
Mm.
is a murderer, and then that actor will get attacked in the street because
I
people
know.
get obsessed because they think he's still really a murderer.
Yeah.
So that happens in real life.
Yeah. I know.
So,
I've heard about it.
um, you know, I'd rather keep my juicy life
Personal.
separate.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. That's good. The other thing is, all right, so some people are saying this is pornography.
It is.
It has some pornographic
It has
images,
porn in it,
but
but it's
it
very
does.
much art at the same
It's
time.
artistically delivered, most
Yes.
definitely. So I think people are having a hard time trying to wrap their heads around the genre of itself. I mean, the rape is horror, you know, but it's not horror. So, and what happens in the film has some pornographic stuff going on, but you don't actually vividly see everything opened up and everything going in and out and all that sort
You
of
see
stuff.
far more close-up stuff than that on just on general internet. Let's be
Oh,
honest.
come on. I've just
You
been
know,
watching Ed Gaines Monsters. There's some disgusting stuff happening on there, worse
if
than the
anything,
benefactress.
you get more explicit stuff sometimes on mainstream
Or
TV.
news, the news
Or
channels.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, oh my
So
God,
let's be realistic.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's one out of the box, definitely. And I really do think people are going to enjoy this, just for the artistic component, your acting, Mystery Woman's acting, Electra McBride, she didn't say anything obviously, but she was a very big component in this film. And then of course we've got Guerrilla Metropolitana acting as the director, and then we've got a couple of other people coming on as well. The ending is a cliffhanger in itself, isn't it? And then
Yeah,
we go after the credits, and there's still more happening. This is just like it's just a never-ending
absolutely. Yeah,
cycle.
it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
So
is.
I'm really proud of you. I really
Thank
am. I
you.
think that you're phenomenal. You're not the typical blonde 21-year-old running through the bush, half naked. You're a voluptuous, beautiful, intelligent woman. And you did not take this on because of the shock value. You took this on because you trust Guerrilla Metropolitana. And I suppose it was just a really good storyline for you to, I don't know. You were interested,
It just
obviously.
interested me. I mean, when we
Yeah.
first met all those years ago, um, I mean, it's 5 years ago now, I
Wow.
think.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years ago since this all started. So yeah, it just interested me because it's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow.
and I've enjoyed the ride.
Oh, that is so
And
awesome.
if that ride is coming to an end, it's a shame.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that Gorella will find something that he could be equally passionate about.
Yeah, he's talking about photography, which obviously we know he's just a freaking brilliant
Oh, I mean, he loves photography, he loves art,
music.
he loves
Yeah.
music. So there is so, and I'm sure all this is in his book,
Yeah.
is in your book.
Yeah, it is.
So,
Yeah.
there's so much out there that
Yeah.
we can learn about him. And yeah, I
Yeah.
think that he'll definitely find something that he wants to do.
Oh, yeah, yeah, without a doubt. So I think we're about to run out of time nearly, but is there anything you wanted to say to people out there who are watching it? I mean, I personally would not recommend it to certain people who might be
Yeah,
triggered.
yeah,
Mm,
definitely don't watch. I mean, don't watch it. It's not your traditional horror
no,
in terms of jump scares, blood everywhere, etc.
no,
This but it does contain some extremely heavy sexual scenes. Most of them are violent.
yeah,
So if you have experienced any sort of similar things to you that might potentially be triggering, please don't watch this unless you have some support. If you do choose to watch it, please feel free to discuss it with other people
yes,
who might have seen it as well. There's plenty of online space for that, I'm sure.
yes,
So just be honest with what you can and can't deal with within that movie. Um,
yeah,
and if you want to leave a comment, good or bad, we don't care. Then there's plenty of social media spaces for you to do that as well.
there is,
Um,
yeah.
so
So
yeah,
that people
we
can
just
it's this is starting a debate actually, which is quite good, in terms of what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. We know Gorilla doesn't give a fuck anyway what people think, so which is brilliant because we need more people in the independent sphere like that, and the indie filming. There are quite a few out there, but Gorilla really is the sort of person who doesn't give a fuck, and he means it. And obviously, you've seen how he works, and I just it's been a privilege knowing you, getting to meet
same. It's been
you.
so good to get to know you and to talk to you and to talk about Gorilla.
Yeah, and you're going to be in the
um,
book. So,
and I can't wait to read it.
yeah, and definitely, I can't wait for you to read it too. It'll probably be out in 2026, at the beginning of 2026, hopefully. I'm
Great.
editing it as we go.
Wow.
But Yeah, it's going to be about 300 pages full of images and loads
Ooh.
of stuff. So it's going to be great. I'm very excited about it as well. And this is a legacy I want to leave behind for Gorilla, just because I love this sort of films. I love them. Clockwork Orange, all those things, Requiem for a
Classic.
Dream. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love films like this. And it doesn't make us weird. It doesn't make us perverted. It just means that we
No,
have a real appreciation for art.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And you are just phenomenal, phenomenal actress in general. I haven't seen you do anything else except for Corporate Torment and The Benefactress, but there's nothing else I need to see. I've seen you act, and I know that you're going to have a bright future no matter what if you want to keep continuing. This is your
Thank you,
legacy
Del.
too. This is your
I look
legacy
forward to
too.
being part of that legacy. Yeah.
Yeah, you are. So, oh, it's so lovely. So love you. You're so
Thank
amazing.
you so much, Del. It's been fantastic to talk to you
Mm,
again.
I'm sure we'll catch up again, maybe in the future. I don't know.
You
We'll
never know.
we'll never know,
Perhaps in the
eh?
well, perhaps I'll give a book review.
Well, that would be great. Absolutely. But until then, oh, we've gone. Oh, bye.